Well, hello, you trader nerds. Welcome into a terrific Thursday. Hope everybody's doing good, and it is good to not trade alone. Real traders trade with their fellow nerds like H-Rod, like Austin, like Ben, like Chain, like Dan, like Daniel, like DB, like DMT, like Dwayne, like Ed, like Hal, like Jim, like Joel, like John, like Kevin, like Matt Jollywally, like Mikey, like Mo, like Paul, like Rick, like Soda Junkie, like Steven, and the other Steven and Theta and Tim and Trader Nick, all of you, welcome in. How are you? And y'all, I was watching a movie yesterday, recommended by someone. I was watching Rogue Trader, and I'm watching all these movies about people getting in trouble with the stock market and everything. And so it was pretty good. Yeah, I hadn't finished it yet, but I think I've seen it before, but it was good, like in the Singaporean markets. But I am ready for the crash, baby. Crash, baby, crash, baby, crash, baby, crash. We are down a half a percentage point today, 55.01. If we lose the 5,500 point, where might we go? Looks like the AD has recovered just a little bit. AD is negative 318, which means we may have more downside down today. VIX up to 21. Go to 50, baby. Go to 60 VIX. That's what we're looking for. And let's see the big green monster that we drew the other day. Let's see what she looks like. We lost our support here, so now that will be resistance, but it is oversold. Indeed, the market is oversold. At some point, we would anticipate a move back into this area. Now, we've been talking about this for an area. We've had a area of consolidation. Then we've had on additional uh, volume. We've had a breakout to the downside. So maybe we can go ahead and start our next little thingamajiggy here that looks like this. And let's clone that puppy. Clone, baby. And looks like we now have a little bit of a downward area. I think I can now call it. We've got consolidation leads to expansion, and then expansion will go back into consolidation at some point. But now we've got us a little move to the downside. So very, very interesting. I can move that up a little bit, I think. Let's move that up just a little right there. There. And looks like a good little channel of a little period of expansion to the downside. All right, but again, the overall trend is still up. This is kind of looking like this a little bit, right? A little bit, or is that wishful thinking on my part? I'm like, come on, baby, fall, 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 fall. So we'll see how we're doing. So anyway, that's the markets. Uh, we're ready for the crash. We're ready for total chaos for the election, and everything is looking really, really good. So let's see what our little account is doing today. We don't have a lot of movement now that we're doing this. I am still looking for us a income trade of some sort, whether it be zero DTE or whether it just be scalping. I worked with Bandy yesterday, and Bandy, he was so good because let's see, 75, 797, 7.94. So we're down just a little bit, $87. And he has got it good. He's got his hedges on, and then he scalps during the day. He scalps. And so maybe we will start scalping again. I don't know. I don't know how good I am at it. It's been a while since I've done it. I was never really good at it. But like what you would do is you would start looking at this and going, okay, where are we going? And you look at AD, then you look at the ES, and then what we would probably do is trade the micro NQs over here instead of going to ES. But I'm not sure that that's what I'm doing. I also talked with Tammy Chambliss yesterday, the queen of the zero DTE trader, and she sent me a lot of stuff on what she's doing as well. So that way we would have no overnight risk and we would still have our hedges in place, which would be good. But at the same time, I am perfectly fine with just having on my hedges because I cannot, in good conscience, wade back into the 111 trade because y'all know I am totally transparent and we lost a lot of money that day on August 5th. And I can't say, hey, I put one hand in the blender, chopped all my fingers off. Let's take the other hand and stick it into the blender and knock the rest of my hands off, my fingers off on my other hand. I'm just not willing to do that. So if I'm doing nothing but building the walls, that's fine enough for me. But if we do something during the day to get us a little bit of engagement, then we might do that as well. Okay. So that's where we stand. So let's see how our little account is doing. Otherwise, our theta and our delta, -4. negative 63, negative 4, negative 63. So let's go over here. And there is a reason I'm keeping up with this every day, because I want to see how we do with that theta decay, and just see how it works. Negative 4. What did I say? Negative 63, negative 63. And we saw VIX pop up to 21. Let's see what our buying power is in this little account. Where are you? Here we go. And let's go to cap requirement. Let's update it. And we are still at 39.31. I think that's the same as we were yesterday. 39.31. And so far, we got, let's see, our risk analysis. Now we're looking here. We had $34,000 yesterday, but today is September the 5th, baby. Cinco de Septo. I'm not sure if that's right. Whatever Septo is, whatever September is. Cinco to whatever month it is. So we have
September, I believe.
September. Cinco September, baby. That is where we're at. And we've still got a $30,000 hedge to the downside. So that looks really, really good. We are extraordinarily excited about getting rid of these 12, which would give me $65,000 worth of protection to the downside with 43 days left to go in those options. Let's see how close our GTC orders are to filling. They were over $1 yesterday, but today it looks like our activity is, they're down to 75. So this was $1.05 yesterday. Now we're down to 75. So hopefully within a couple of days, we'll see these fill. These have a long way to go. 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 And this is why, I told you yesterday, someone that I was working with said, hey man, if we're putting these things on for break even, these diagonals, let's just keep doing them. And I'm like, not so fast, my friend, because you have a risk of not getting these loans filled in the same expiration, because what is $3 is $4, and what is $4 could be $5, and what we were down to 40 cents the other day, all of a sudden becomes $1.05. So you don't want too many of these GTC orders running at the same time. So I think we're good though. I think we're good. I think everything's doing well. So that will do it for the day. Is Schwaz in here? No, Schwaz is not in here. I thought we might do some back testing today, but he may not can make it today. So everybody have a good rest of your day. If you've got any questions on building, remember building the wall, you've got to say, can I build the wall? And a lot of people are saying any day that the market's down 0.5, I need to sell 3. No, you don't. No, you don't. Only that first time do you sell the 3 after you do the 12 and 20. And then if another down day comes, you cannot start another one. So you've got to wait on that, because it will make your hedge not a hedge. And then you'll be like Dummy Bobby, and you'll have negative 30 something puts that are unprotected. So always check and make sure that your protection is over here. Okay. And if anybody needs to see that in ThinkorSwim, we do it over here as well. You can see on the Analyze tab, here's how I set it up. I do, instead of 1 expiration, I do vol step. I do 4 vol steps. I move this up to 10. And then we look at the hedge on a 20% down move. Well, that doesn't look like a 20% down move. Hold on a second. Let's see what a 20% down move. Let's do our price slices. Yeah, here we go. Move that to negative 20. So here's negative 20. You've only got $2,900 worth of protection. And normally, the more the crash, the more protection that you get with these things. But you want to make sure that you've got plenty of protection. In this case, this 12 and 20 is losing its effectiveness. Do y'all see that? And so you can't just say, oh, I'm going to sell 3. No, because now, well, you can too, I guess. But you don't want to lose your protection. You got $3,000 worth of protection there. You got, that doesn't make sense. Why you would sell 3 that would, anyway, you need to evaluate it on the ThinkorSwim tool as well. All right. Any questions at all? All hearts content? If so, I will see y'all tomorrow.